Sup, this is Alex Shu coming at you with another episode. This episode, yeah, this episode was made for the ladies. Okay, I'm gonna talk about how to, I mean, how come, like if you're 35 and over, okay, and if you're 35 and over, men are not willing to commit to you. Okay, how come? I'm gonna explain to you exactly why. All right. But before I talk about that, I want to tell you my name is Alex True. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small finger, string, sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. For example, I'm already 52. You look at my waist, right? I'm pretty skinny, right? Don't have any belly fat. If you go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, I have lots of testimonials from Amazon customers. Most of them give me 4-star, 5-star. If you're interested, you want to look like me when you're 52, livemuchlonger.com. Livemuchlonger.com. Link is at the bottom of this video. I was gonna talk about Donald Trump again. He's gonna, the Georgia, right, indictment. They indicted 19 people, right, and the judge is about to decide when he's gonna go on trial as soon as October 26th. But I'm looking at my last video. I talk about Donald Trump. The rating is so low. Only 100 people saw my video. Fuck it. I should just go back to the romance shit. Talking about dating and romance. But anyway, yeah, today's subject. I saw a lot of videos. About dating, romance, right? Women, I think the most asked question of women, right? That's like older women, right? Is how come he's not willing to commit? That's like the most asked question of women. You understand? So I guess I'm going to explain why. Okay, I guess I'm going to explain why men are not willing to commit. Okay, first of all, I think that the main reason is because if a man wants to get married, right? If a man wants to get married, that's because he wants to have children. You understand? If for example, like me, I don't want to have children. I don't want kids. So I prefer to just stay single for the rest of my life. You understand? Because nowadays, I mean, the law is so one-sided, right? I mean, if in a divorce, the woman can take everything from you, right? Take away your 401k, take away your future earnings, alimony, child support, and all that shit. Take half of your house or take your whole house, take half your shit. It's really risky, you understand, to get into a marriage contract, So most men, like me, like I don't even want kids. So you know what? Fuck it. If I don't want kids, then why should I even get married, right? You know what I'm saying? And if a man wants to get married, that means he wants kids. That means he is still interested in producing children, okay? And if you're like older lady, you're like 35, and you're high risk. You understand? It's like then the man would think, okay, I'm dating this 35-year-old lady, right? And why should I commit to you, right? I'm not even sure I'm not even sure if you can bear children, I'm not even sure if you can get pregnant, So it's like, why the hell should I commit to you, right? Especially, the last thing a man wants is to commit to some old lady, right? Who's like 35 and 36, right? You're already pretty fucking old, And then he commits to you, get married to you. I mean, there's no benefit for the man, right? You might not even have children. You might not even get pregnant. And then in a few years, right? In like 3-4 years, you're gonna be 40. Fuck, 40-year-old lady. It's just they're just not as they're uglier. You understand? They're just older and uglier, and it just I don't know. Like especially women, when they are 35, they start to drastically age. They start to drastically age, it just every year it's going downhill. They start to grow fat and I don't know, there's wrinkles and their chins start to hang down and I don't know. It's just that's like the biggest consideration, uh, and if you're like 35 and over and you already have kids, oh, that's even worse, man. If you already have children or you have just one kid, that's even worse. Because, see, nowadays kids, I don't know, kids are not like back in the days. Back in the days when there were no internet, when I remember back in the 1980s or 1990s, right? There were no internet, you know, and if if you're a single mom, right, you marry to another person, you marry another man, then you become the stepfather, right? And those back in the days, the kids would look up to you. The kids would actually look up to you because there's no internet. You understand? There's only TV and radio and what video cassettes. That's all they get, right? There's no other form of entertainment. So back in the days, if suddenly you get a stepfather, the child might look up to you. You understand? Might treat you as a friend, might treat you as a confidant. But nowadays, I mean, there's everybody has internet, right? The kids, they don't look up to you anymore. You understand? If you're the stepfather, they don't look up to you anymore. They go online. They look at YouTube videos or Instagram or TikTok. They look at those influencers, you know? These men and women influencers on online, right? Every day kids will just tune in to YouTube channels or TikTok channels and they look at the influencers. They don't have time for you, right? So let's say you introduce yourself to a kid. Yeah, I'm your new stepfather. Hey, how are you? How are you, Mike? How are you, Jennifer? I'm your new stepfather. They don't even want to shake your hand. Serious. Nowadays, the kids are all watching, like you influencers online, on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever. They're all watching the influencers. They don't have time for you, man. I mean, it's like you're a stepfather, big fucking deal. Who the fuck are you? I mean, they look at you like, who's this bum? Like you want to shake their hand. They look at you like, who is this bum? You're not my father. Get the fuck away from me. I'm serious, man. Nowadays, the kids, they don't look up to you anymore, That's the problem. The kids don't look up to you anymore. So it's very difficult for a single mom to get married because men knows this. You understand? Men could feel it, Nowadays, if a man goes to your house and you have a son or a daughter or whoever, right? And they could tell. It's like your son and daughter don't like him. You understand? He could tell. Your son and daughter don't like him. He could tell, right? Like immediately, almost immediately. It's not like in the 1980s and 1990s. They look up to you. Who is this guy? Is this my new stepfather? No, they're just not excited anymore. They're not interested anymore. And then when they don't look up to you, right? I mean, if they did something wrong, right? If they fucking break a window or something, or break a door or something, you cannot even complain. You cannot even nag it. You cannot even shout at them, right? Because the moment you shout at them, they're gonna say, "You don't have to write a shout at me. You're not my father," right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like nowadays, if you're like 30-some-year-old women, you have a child. Oh, that's even hard. That's even harder, man. So nowadays, it's like if you're like older lady, 30-some-year-old, you're like you hit the wall already. It's like the most you can expect is get a boyfriend or something. It's like, yeah. I mean, I dated an older lady. I don't know how old she is. Honestly speaking, I have no idea how old she is. But I know she's pretty old. She looked like she's 40-something. I was being a gentleman, so I never asked her age. She looks pretty old. And older women, well, first of all, they're uglier, you understand? Her face is okay. She's not, like, extremely ugly. But once she took off her clothes, oh my god. Ugh, when she took off her clothes, oh my god. It's unbearable. It's fucking unbearable. I don't know what to do anymore. I freeze. When she take off her clothes, she wants to fuck me, I freeze. I have no idea. I don't know what to do with this piece of shit. I have no idea what to do with this piece of shit, It's like, okay, let's do this position. Like, get on top of her, right? And all I see is her tits are totally sagging. There's like no tits. It's just like two empty plastic bags. No tits, just two empty plastic bags. What do you call those? Cookies? I don't know, cookies. Like really, really, really flat cookies, right? And I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to see her tits. I said, yeah, let's flip over, doggy style. And then when she does the doggy style, all I see is her fat, her belly waist. Her belly fat. That's all I see, right? And she got on top of me. That's all I see. Her belly fat. It's like, I don't know. It just. Dating older women, it's like that's what you get. You understand? She might look pretty good when she when she was wearing a sweater, she always wears a sweater. I wonder why she always wears a sweater. Now I know. It's because she wants to cover up her belly fat, right? I mean, from the outside, you can't really tell, but, these older women, once they take off their clothes, oh my god, it's fucking disgusting, man. I'm serious. It's just fucking disgusting. I can't go through with that shit. I fucked her 3 times, I dated her like, what, half a year? I tried not to have sex with her. I tried everything I can not to have sex with her. You understand? I mean, I really drag on. I enjoy her company, but I don't like, the sex part is just disgusting. It feels like it actually makes me feel like a prostitute, like, man, I should get paid for this shit, Man, this is some, in my mind, I'm thinking, when she take off her clothes, I'm thinking, this is some nasty shit, man. I should get paid for this shit, man. God damn it, I should get paid by the hour for this shit. But anyway, it's just some nasty shit, her company, she's okay, she's romantic and everything. But then, she started to ask me, she started to pop the question, like, yeah, no, she didn't ask, but then she said, I want to get married, and then she was, I don't know, it's just that, I don't know, it's just older women, first of all, they are not as pretty, they're not as sexy, right? And a lot of men, they look at that, they take that very seriously. A lot of men, they take what you look like very seriously, your face and your figure, they take it very seriously, If you look like that, oh, fuck it, no. No wonder why nobody wants to commit to you, you're too old, so I think a lot of men, when you're like 30-some-year-old, they just, in their mind, it's like, hey, I'm doing you a favor, I'm being your temporary boyfriend. I'm being your boyfriend for a year or 2 years. I'm actually doing you a favor, right? You're lonely, right? You're a lonely woman. You have no one to care. You have no one to care about you. You have no one to love you. So I'm willing to, fill in the spot. I'm willing to fill in the spot for you for like a year or two. I'm doing you a favor. That's how most men think. Until this day, I think like that. I mean, I got rid of that woman at the end. I break off with her at the end. I had a relationship with her for like 7 months or something. But at the end, it's the sex. Oh my god, it's horrible. If she never, If she never asked me for sex, okay, if she never like asked me for sex, I guess I don't mind. I guess I could be her. I guess I could be her friend. She could come over once in a while. Then I don't mind, right? Just go out to grab lunch eat lunch together. Cook together. I don't mind. But then, when she wants to take off her clothes, that shit is horrible. That shit is horrible. Or maybe if she paid me for it, then fuck it. If she paid me $100 every time, But I don't want to insult her like that, But yeah, that shit is just horrible. But yeah, I think that's the reason why a lot of men, if you're like older women, right? Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of men, they're just not willing to commit. First of all, it's the legal reasons, right? Men nowadays, they try not to get married. Men, they try very hard not to get married because they don't want to get burnt. They don't want to get they don't want you to take him to the cleaners at the divorce court, right? Second is the children thing, right? If you cannot even produce children, it's like, why do I have to take all the risk to commit to you, to marry you and then later on get burned at the court, And third is, yeah, these older ladies, they are just, I don't know, they're just uglier, they're just uglier, and men take that very seriously. You understand? But anyway, hey, hope you enjoy my channel. If you like, please subscribe. Thank you.